ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson going to come out throwing. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jermaine Johnson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after it right out of the gate.
Got to hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the heart of the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Broncos at 1-5, really struggling here to start the year. And they come into this one knowing it's been a while since they've had a W. They have dropped 4 in a row.
Let me tell you, when you go a month, partner, in this league, without a victory, it gets tough to come to work every day. And in addition, you start to wonder about your job security as well.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They got 29 yards that time.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away? You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try and throw for him with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner. And that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And did the offense get it back? They did at the 1-yard line. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They run with a 2nd-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
They go play action with Wilson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Michael O.J. Mudia. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. On 3rd down, here's Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
14, run it.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw is probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Wilson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
From the gun, it's Wilson. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Open man is Denzel Mims. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Jets. Denzel Mims, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Broncos 3. Frank Zuerlein to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
Now, think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Again on second down. And he's got room. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. And some room to roam now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the counter, it's Hall. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with ball. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And Mims has got it. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And
for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson will throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Escaping the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
The kick by McManus is good, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Set.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He's got this one completed to Mims. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Alert, 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 alert. Check 50, check 50. Deeper, deeper.
On 1st down, Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Ball again on 2nd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Straight ahead is Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A tackle made there by Caden Stearns. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Randy Gregory. Able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Running left, it's Hall. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 36-yard line. 180 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Up from his safety spot to charge in and make the play, Landon Collins. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Randy Gregory able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. Keeps himself upright. Rolling to and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Connection made to Ruckert.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
19.
Here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
On the set.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
201 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. Hall again.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 3.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, the only silver lining on the other sideline, CD, is that they kept him out of the end zone, but still, that's another 3 points added on to this large lead.
Yeah, no shortage of scoring or big plays on defense in this one. And even up by 4 possessions, still finding ways to create opportunities and capitalize with points.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And they will take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just